Our first Gutter Works green flag of the evening goes to the Southside Disposal Pure Stocks. Joe Allred, BJ Reeves up front, rest of the field in tow. BJ Reeves' consistency has been something to behold the last 3 seasons, but he has not gotten a race win this year. BJ Reeves is as hungry as anybody in that field. Trouble in turn 3, that's Jay Hemingway, underpowered against the inside wall. BJ Reeves up front, looked like a good fire off from the 11, BJ Reeves.
Trouble for Joe Allred, he's up the track, he's slowed down. And that car is going to maybe come to a stop up there, turn number 4.
Power broadband restart zone for a second time. It's just a 15-lap race. So you got to hustle now, and you can't assume another restart in a race like this. Looks like another good roll-off from the 11 of BJ Reeves. And Dylan Davis might want to watch out. Johnny Lane is coming. Johnny Lane's got his wheels down below the yellow line. He is side by side with Dylan Davis. Look at Johnny Lane go. Caution on the speedway. Looking for it. Don't see it right now, Ken, as we scan the racetrack. Caution flag out with 3 laps to go. 12 in the books, 3 to go. This gives the rest of the field a chance. Oh, it's Jarrett Johnson that is diving down into the Pure Stock pits.
Green flag back up in the air, and we're back underway for a 3-lap shootout for the Southside Disposal Pure Stocks.
Johnny Lane smooth sailing at the moment. BJ Reeves is battling for second. Dylan Davis might overtake him there, but the start of the evening is going to belong to Johnny Lane. He's coming out of turn 4, and the fans will be on their feet again for one of the all-time best. It's another victory for Johnny Lane, 37 in his career. Dylan Davis did nose out BJ Reeves for second. It's Chris Pennick and Jason DeCarlo up front for the Dollar General Hornets. We are racing again, race number 3 on Benchmark Community Bank Race Night at South Boston Speedway. Cameron Goebel really putting some heat on the back bumper of Max Sangelo.
Sykes in that. Oh, trouble off at turn number 2. That's the number 99 machine of Charles Clardy. He goes around. Caution flag will fly as he can't quite get that thing fired up just yet. It finally gets moving. Green flag back in the air, and we're back underway. Big start on the outside of Jason DeCarlo. Did he jump that start?
We'll see if this comes back or not. I'm kind of questioning. Yeah, I see the flag in hand. I think they're giving Jason DeCarlo a chance to give that lead back. Lights are about to go on here. Hard to give it back right now.
Oh, trouble off at turn number 3 there.
We've got an incident in the middle of 3 and 4. Chris Pennick's halfway down pit road. He had to dodge the barrels. Will stay green. The flag was in the flagman's hand. I thought that restart was coming back. Instead, it benefits Jason DeCarlo. Landon Milam is headed towards the front. We assumed this would happen. It's happening now with 5 laps to go, or 5 laps into the race, pardon me. 6 down after Jason DeCarlo crosses the stripe one more time as your race leader. Keep an eye on all that. We got bumper to bumper, nose to tail for the outside of the top 5. My goodness, we might go 4 wide on the back straightaway, Kenny.
Yes, we are. We're 3 wide, like 3.5 wide is what we're going to go ahead and call it. And firing out the middle of that, here comes Landon Milam. We'll still be 3 wide. Now Milam's on the high side. He will make the pass. He'll get past all 3 of these guys as they go back into turn number 1 as Goebel drifts up the track just a little bit. But some beating, some banging, some rubbing fenders, rubbing bumpers. If we got it, we're rubbing it right now.
Jason DeCarlo continues to hold Nicholas Sykes at bay. I believe it's a second career start for Sykes, Ken. He's accounting for himself well. Problems for Milam. He's underpowered now in turn 3. He is falling quickly, and not only is he probably going to run out of time on winning the race, he might have to fight just to not finish at the rear of the field. He really benefited from some early exchanges and a key restart there where he fired off beautifully. Thought it might have been an early jump, but the officials did not make Jason DeCarlo give that lead back. He carried on, and he will now sail on to his 10th career victory. Jason DeCarlo can say he is a bridesmaid no more. It's a race win for DeCarlo on Benchmark Community Race Night. We've got 12 limited sportsman pilots on the flight deck and cleared for takeoff. Gutter Works green flag in the air on Benchmark Community Bank Race Night. Dennis Holdren, little trouble on that start. He gave up some ground. Brian Rundstrom Jr. up into third, still side by side between those 2 leaders. Tristan Brunelli in the white 18 outside near the grandstand, and on the inside it's the 91 of Chris Elliott.
Good side-by-side battle. Oh, a little bit of contact, and it, drifting up the track, and there's trouble for Tristan Brunelli. That car is slowed way down. Caution flag will fly after some hard contact. We are underway, and Chris Elliott with a great start. However, Rundstrom with a good run on the outside. If that hood holds, we might be in good shape.
I think so. He's a two-time race winner this year. Chris Elliott, one win, but you got to go all the way back to around that repave time, 2017. They were 3 wide behind him there for a moment. Drew Dawson, I think, with a pretty good restart. He's pulled ahead of Dennis Holdren for the 3rd spot. Holdren working the outside line. They're still 2 by 2 as they go down the back straightaway. Look at the front 6 right there, still in formation from the restart. That's how close and competitive these cars are. How about door to door, wheel to wheel? The top 6 is getting after it in the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division.
Take a blanket, chuck it all over the top 6 because you can just cover them right there. It is Brian Rundstrom Jr. who actually has a spot, a little bit of rubbing, a little bit of leaning. As they come off of turn number 4, he's still got the spot. He's got Elliott to his inside. He's got the one of Dennis Holdren right behind him. No stranger to victory lane here as well. Drew Dawson's right there as well. Row number 3, that is Dan Rogers. This is basically just a pace lap right now on the track. They are stacked and packed, 6, 7, 8 back now. 3 wide coming off of turn number 4. It is still Rundstrom on the outside, but here comes Dawson to the inside. Contact into turn number 1 as they come off of turn number 2.
Drew Dawson showing some aggression, doesn't want to wait around, doesn't want to get caught in a bad spot, so he's decided to try to make his way to the front and grab the lead. How about Drew Dawson working hard, but it's still Brian Rundstrom putting some heat on the back bumper of Chris Elliott.
To the inside of Chris Elliott. Elliott this time cannot pull away as they go back into turn number 3.
What a battle right here, ear to ear. Let's see if Drew Dawson can finish off a pass that he has really worked to develop for the last 10 laps or so. Drew Dawson side by side right now with Chris Elliott. Elliott can't really use the aero blocking now because Dawson's got the nose in front. Drew Dawson will clear him as they come out of turn 4. New race leader, Drew Dawson. Work has paid off. Drew Dawson, a winner for the 2nd time this season in the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division, make it a career 6-pack for number 8. Drew Dawson. That will bring some strategy into play. Our Gutter Works green flag is in the air. Let's go late model racing at South Boston Speedway. Peyton Sellers up front. Trevor Ward to his inside. Yeah, it was a fantastic start to the race for the number 26. He got everything he wanted from that high line. Trevor Ward in his rear view mirror. Let's see where Peyton Sellers goes now in the early parts of the race. Remember, 4 tires for all 125 laps. It's hot. They're 3 wide, further back in the field. Stallings outside. It was Bobby McCarty, the meat and the sandwich, and Landon Pembleton that got down inside. Early laps providing entertainment already. There's some great side-by-side as Connor Waddell was working on Andrew Grady. Grady's in the number 1. Waddell inside. Seaweed from the eastern part of Maryland has been outstanding, and it looks like he's going to complete a fine green flag overtake of Andrew Grady as Grady gets worked up the racetrack a bit.
And then he makes it all back, gets right back to the bumper of the 8, maybe a little tap right there. They're going to nose the tail again. Here comes Pembleton again as they come off of turn number 4.
Yeah, Pembleton really worked hard to wrap the paint, keeping 4 tires under the yellow line in turns 3 and 4, and he will complete the pass. How about the move there? Backed off a bit, set up the next run, and overtook Connor Waddell. Smoke showing
big fire. We have a fire.
Smoke now fire from Landon Pembleton.
That car is up in flames as he goes down the backstretch. He's getting out of that thing in a hurry.
This happened to him in the Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200 last year. His car burst into flames in that race. He was okay there. You can see movement inside. Let's see how quickly he gets this window net down as the officials go to check on him. Last year, Pembleton jumped out of the car when it was still moving. Great to see he is up now, moving around, looking inside at the engine, trying to figure out what happened. New change in our points in our track championship this year, fans, really could come into play as you have one more look at it in Wild. I don't know if our producer, Paul Burnham, might have saved the replay from last year's 200. That actually took place in turns 3 and 4, but eerily reminiscent of what happened there. Is Landon Pembleton not done? Plot twist, he is not done. He's back on the racetrack. That is fantastic, Ken.
So, yes and no. Unfortunately for him, also, they worked on that car under most of the red flags. I don't know if there is a penalty for that or what that all works out to be.
Well, he'd be at the rear of the field anyway, so maybe it's worth it.
If that's the penalty, then by all means, yes.
Right.
It is up to Trevor Ward when they go. He decides they're going right now. Peyton Sellers to the inside. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway. The field works through turns 1 and 2 on the speedy dry right there. Looks like they cleaned it up real well because no issues at all. It is Trevor Ward out front, but here comes Peyton Sellers to the inside. A little bit of contact as they come off of turn number 4.
So Trevor Ward knows who he's got in front of him. Those two were tied going into the final race last season. It looks like the rivalry has absolutely been renewed here on this second Saturday in June.
Peyton Sellers trying to hold off Trevor Ward. Ward has not let back at all. Got a 3-way battle for the lead. About to be a 4-way battle for the lead. Peyton Sellers trying to hold off Trevor Ward, but Ward now having a fight off Huffman. Huffman looks at the inside as they go into turn number 3. Side by side, leaning on each other, coming off of turn number 4. Huffman has the advantage to the inside. Ward with a good run on the high side. Ward will hold on to the advantage for now. Peyton Sellers not really able to get away. He's got about a car length ahead of Ward. Ward makes a great run on the outside, though. And here comes Ward back to the bumper of Peyton Sellers.
It's just so good right now. It is just so good right now. Connor Waddell, previous lap was a 10th faster. That time he was actually a 10th slower than the cars in front of him. But all the times look really, really similar. And that's why nobody can really make a move on the other one. These cars are just so good right now. How do you manipulate the line? How do you work yourself around the racetrack? How does your car operate in the dirty air? Because more cars together mean more turbulence. He has actually been churning all race long. Bring on some more butter for the short track surgeon. He's chopping them up again at South Boston Speedway. Peyton Sellers gets the checkered flag. We'll wrap it up with the Southside Disposal Pier Stock, seeing the Gutter Works green flag. Jacob Sanford and Zach Reeves up front. Zach Reeves hasn't had a great season, but he has 4 career wins. And I have a feeling Zach Reeves would love to get the monkey off his back and win one more time. Did win twice last season, but it's been a while, almost a calendar year for Zach Reeves. Little touch there between Sanford and brother BJ Reeves. BJ Reeves working to the front out of row 2. But there's so many drivers with stories to tell. There's so many drivers that have put in the hard work. They have the skills. Now it's just time to try to make it pay off. Close quarters racing between Sanford and BJ Reeves, but BJ Reeves is going to get the nose in front, and Dylan Davis is fighting hard to take away P2 now from Jacob Sanford. You know, the other divisions, Ken, will be on the time limits, as this is our speed shot. You're looking at turn 4, and there go the leaders.
Yep, turn just went around.
Mm-hmm.
And looked like, who is that kind of got him there in the blue car?
Southside Disposal, Pier Stocks, green flag one more time on Benchmark Community Bank Race Night.
Jacob Sanford doesn't quite get going as quick, and here comes Johnny Lane, 3 wide off of turn number 2. Johnny Lane to the inside, Sanford in the middle. Dylan Davis to the high side. Davis gets the advantage. He'll move to second. Johnny Lane to third. Sanford to fourth. Here comes Johnny Lane on the inside. Nose underneath. A little bit of contact with Dylan Davis as they come off of turn number 4.
Johnny Lane had to explore a lot of that front straightaway there, not because he wanted to. He's got the ship righted and continues his march towards the front. Johnny Lane in third, Dylan Davis second. They're chasing BJ Reeves. He gets behind the seat, but Johnny Lane is in third right now. Does he have enough time and enough gumption to catch BJ Reeves? And how about Dylan Davis moving his nose in front? It might be Dylan Davis's race to win.
Just past halfway, Dylan Davis moves to the lead. Johnny Lane now to the inside of BJ Reeves. They are side by side as they go into turn number 3. Coming off of turn 4, Johnny Lane all the way down to the bottom, all the way to the inside, side by side with Dylan Davis as they go back into turn number 1. Johnny Lane to the inside of Dylan Davis. If he can make that move one more time, he will have lead, but he doesn't quite have the grip coming off of turn 2. Once again, side by side through 3 and 4, it is going to be a drag race to the line with 2 to go this time by.
Great racing. Love what Dylan Davis is doing. Committed to the outer groove, using the momentum to roll into those turns and keep Johnny Lane at bay for the moment anyway. It could come down to another photo finish. Dylan Davis working hard. Caution on the racetrack. We've got trouble in turn 2. Trouble in turn 2 where the car stopped on the yellow line inside. Jacob Sanford. Dylan Davis about to dive it into turn 3, and he's going to have a checkered flag in his sight. Let's go. Let's see if Dylan Davis can hold off the rest of the field. White flag in the air. The job is not nearly done yet for Dylan Davis, as Jay Hemingway's putting some heat on him. Johnny Lane not giving up just yet. Johnny Lane working hard. They're down into turn 3. Dylan Davis, number 63, in the black number 63. Hemingway sideways, saves it. Johnny Lane to the inside. Davis wins it in a wild finish. Congratulations, Dylan Davis.